glitches across the continents, but hopefully we should be okay. Okay, so yes, this is what I just shared was NUTM. What is NSP, right? NSP stands for NUTM Scholars Program. That's our flagship initiative, which we launched last year. It's a 1-year, full-time, interdisciplinary, postgraduate program in technology, entrepreneurship, and design, right? Of course, the focus is technology, entrepreneurship, and design, but there are other critical elements of the program which we'll just talk about, which are very much related to the ethos of who we are and what we want to impart, right? This is a residential program, requires 100% commitment from you. From the time you are rolled out your offers, you're accepted into the class right from the pre-term till you graduate. So we want 100% commitment in person on campus to do this program, right? Who are we recruiting? We are recruiting 60 scholars for the second cohort. This is a fully funded program. And what do I mean by fully funded? We cover your tuition, your accommodation, your meals, and your program related expenses, right? However, coming to campus, for the first time and finally, saying goodbye to the campus to leave to your respective places is something that you have to take care of yourself. But at the same time, once you are in campus, all your study trips, all your, cost related costs, everything is on us. We are very, very grateful to some of the founders and donors we have who have made this program possible, over the last 2 years now. And MasterCard is one of our supporter and partner in this journey, right? Okay, moving on. Of course, we are trying to do here something which is interdisciplinary in nature. The core of the program is a curriculum which cuts across 6 tracks. These tracks are technology, entrepreneurship and design, management, leadership, perspectives, and critical thinking and writing, right? So these are 6 tracks in which you'll do about 20 to 25 courses. This is the core curriculum. Of course, you're taught by global faculty. We'll share about faculty in a bit. Then the other big pillar on which the program hinges on is experiential learning, and which is very much a big part of our philosophy, right? And what is experiential learning? So what you see here called TED Lab, it's an entrepreneurship capstone. So you solve, you pick up a problem, you would identify a problem using design thinking, you work in teams towards solving that project, and you do this along your curriculum, right? And this is a 7-month, 8-month kind of a project that you do. You will get some industry coaches when you do this. You will get support from our team, and of course from your peers as you progress through this journey, right? The other big component of the experiential learning is Shadow a Leader, which is basically a mentoring / internship opportunity in which you get to work with a senior leader in business, in government, in not-for-profit, for about 6 weeks. So you literally shadow them as their real-time associates, and you get to work very closely with them, identify their leadership style, learn from them, learn from their personality, etc. Right? Of course, then we have Global Immersion Week. In times of COVID, this is a little. This is the one with an asterisk. So, we are all seeing how COVID evolves. But having said that, we are all set to plan this for our current cohort. We are in conversation with several partner schools to make this happen. But depending how COVID situation evolves, we'll know whether the founding class will be able to do something like this or not. Hopefully, by the time some of you will become scholars, the world will be a better place like it was, and we'll be able to move freely. So, global immersion is very much part of the program, right? Okay, and this is the program design. This is just to give you a flavor of the kind of courses, how it runs, right? So there is a pre-term, and it has these components. Then there are these courses across 6 tracks, what you see on the screen. Of course, these are tentative courses. These are the courses that the current cohort is going. There might be a 5-10% variation, but this is pretty much your curriculum, right? And along with all of this, there are these four parallel streams in experiential learning that will run through the program, which is your TED Lab, Shadow a Leader, your guest lectures, and your global immersion. Yeah. Okay. Moving on, this is a little bit about TED Lab. I've spoken about it. You work in teams. There is a curriculum. It all culminates into a sort of a venture day where we invite VCs, some of the business experts, founders, to kind of evaluate you and also connect you with them. Just to make it clear, we are not giving any direct funding for startups, right? We will connect you with relevant folks in our network. We will ensure that you get mentored and you get benefited by the ecosystem, but we are not an incubator. We are an academic program. Of course, entrepreneurship is our philosophy, because we do want to solve real problems and want to make creators and innovators. But at the same time, we will not be able to give you funding to start this, right? But at the same time, we'll prepare you for that. So this is probably a stage before that, before you go and ask for funding, right? So this is we have a lead faculty for this, who Femi Longe, who is the co-founder of CC Hub. I'm sure most of you have heard about CC Hub, and of course we get several guest speakers and experts as throughout this journey, right? The current cohort is right now in the middle of this. They've identified 16 projects across healthcare, governance, education, infrastructure, energy, fintech. So they're going to be working on these projects. Of course, time will tell what will become of it, but hopefully you never know what maybe a unicorn is sitting there, right? So yes, that's our hope with this. Moving on. I think the next one, we have Shadow a Leader. We have spoken about this. This is more about matching you based on your interests and your past experiences with a leader, which will help you become a leader, because leadership is really the core of the program, right? Of course, in terms of the technicalities and content is technology and management, but essentially, we are trying to create a cadre of leaders, as I said in the beginning of the conversation. Okay. Okay, I think this is Global Immersion Week. We have spoken about this. The idea here is that we take all of you for a week, 10 days to a partner school where, you attend some lectures, you meet the business community, you meet some founders, you go for some field visits so that you can really absorb what's there in that ecosystem, whether it's a developed country or an emerging economy, and take those learnings back home, so that you can really utilize some of that in doing whatever you want to do in your career paths, right? Whether it's in a corporate career, whether it's in your entrepreneurship journey or your higher education. Those 3 are essentially the outcomes that most of you will be looking at, post your graduation from the program. Okay, so who are the people behind this? I've said that a group came together 2 years ago. So this is that group which has come together, to build something like this. Dr. Okechukwu Enelama, he's the chairman of the board. He's the original anchor, if I can call it that way, right? And most of you would have known him or heard about him. So he's the person who has kind of brought all of us together. Dr. Omobola Johnson, she's also the founding dean of the NUTM Scholars Program. Very, very involved, very hands-on with the program. Of course, we are very grateful for all of them to be involved with the program, right? We also have Demola Demi Barrow, Arnold Ekpe, and Pramatrat Sinha, as other members of the governing board who are helping us steer this project, steer this university, steer the program. we have an ecosystem, as I've been saying. These are some of the other members that we would like to share with you. Victor Dodig, and these are, of course, this is a combination of global as well as Nigerian diaspora. So we have Victor Dodig, Professor Wole Shoboyejo. He's really one of the senior academicians who have been steering us in the design of the program, design of the university. He's also the lead for the technology track, right? He's one of the faculty on the program as well. So he's the one who teaches science and technology for African development. Hopefully you'll see him more, in some of the upcoming sessions. He's also part of the admissions panel with us. So that's Wole Shoboyejo for you. We also have Kunle Olukotu and Tayo Akinmande with us. These are some of the big names in academia, right, in technology, and of course they do want to get associated to contribute to the Nigerian youth, right? So that's both of them for us. And then we also have some mentorship from Phil Clay and Dick Kramer, who has been very, very helpful and grateful to give their time and energy to the project, right? Okay, moving on. I spoke about faculty, so this is just to give you a glimpse of who the faculty is. Of course, most of these faculty are teaching on the program this year. You have Wole Shoboyejo, you have Kendon Smith, Dwight Jagger did the first course of the program called Foundations of Leadership, for the founding class. Again, amazing experience. We have Lamine Sagna, Tunde Ekpe, Emmanuel Agu, Ayo Tereba, Saurav Goswami. Omobola herself teaches a course on the program. We had a communications course done by Mrs. Ifeoma Idikpe, right? So that's like a selected faculty for you to know. Of course, once you're part of the process, you'll get to know more about them. All of them are also listed on the website. So, you go to the website, you check out the NUTM Scholars Program, you'll see most of this information there, right? Okay, I think we should hurry up a little because I had hoped to complete this in 20 minutes. So the admissions process, if you go to the website, all this is listed there, but some of you have still sent us questions on some of these things. So I thought let's run you through the process. So it's a 4-step application process. There is an application form, which consists of your basic information. Where have you studied? What's your work experience like? There are some essay questions, which we want you to write very, very sincerely without plagiarism, please. Treat this, with utmost care, I would say, because we are really trying to create something which is global and benchmark to that standard. So do not copy. We run a plagiarism check. So in case you feel we will not get to know, you're just jeopardizing your chances of becoming a scholar, don't do that. Of course, the word limit for each essay is given. Use that word limit, yeah. So if it's 300 words, please use, anywhere between 250 to 300 words, because we want to know you and we want to know your story. That's what will get you selected for the program, if you really want to be a part of the program, right? Writing a one-line essay, one line in the space of an essay doesn't help you, doesn't help us, right? So use that. We have put a lot of thought in designing the process, in designing the program. Of course, some of these things are new. You might not have seen something like this in Nigeria or in Africa, but the idea really is, let's create something which can be replicated, which is of that quality. So we do want that quality from you guys as well from day one, right? Even if you're just an applicant at this stage. Okay, so that's application form. Moving on, there'll be, sorry, if we can go back, Hemant, yes. Thank you. The second stage is an online assessment. So this is more to do with like a personality assessment, right? We want to know you, and there's no right or wrong answer in this, but at the same time, there is also critical thinking, abstract reasoning. We just want to get a sense of, where you are, what have you done in the past, who you are, what are your leadership traits, how does it fit in with what we want to look for. Again, there is no right or wrong. There are people across the spectrum, but this is something that will help us know you better. Once you move on from that stage, you have a telephonic interview. This will be done by one of the team members. They will have a short conversation with you, just verifying some of the things that you have written in your application. Want to know a little bit more about you. Be authentic is my recommendation. And this is what I've been saying since last year. So be very, very authentic in whatever you're saying, whatever you're writing. It should really come from your heart. And frankly, we can see through it, right? We've seen many applications. Last year, we sifted around 1,100 applications, right? So we do know when you're writing, what are you saying, and whether we have seen this before. So be authentic, write from your heart. Take time to curate and craft your essays. Don't do this in a hurry. Of course, see what it is, create it, and then only submit your essays. But of course, try to meet the deadlines because that will help your case. The sooner you apply, the better it is. But at the same time, because we want to roll out decisions after every deadline, right? The last round is the personal interviews. You will be interviewed by a panel. One maybe a very senior member from the governing board or the global advisory board, and another one from the team, right, from the admissions team, including myself, Debo, OG, and a lot of other folks that we have. So that's a panel interview. You will be interviewed. That's a 30-minute interview, Zoom interview, video interview. Where we would like to see you, we would like to know you better. But of course, this is all conversation style, right? So nothing to panic, nothing to worry about. So that's about the application process. On the timeline, we open on the 15th. The first deadline is 15th of March. We really want you to apply by that. Of course, there's a round 2 deadline and round 3 deadline as well, in case for some reason you're not able to apply by round 1, so please apply by the subsequent deadlines. In terms of, I saw a question which asks that what is the advantage of applying by a round, right? So whatever applications we receive by the first round, we take it as a lot, we evaluate it, we process it forward, right? So we do their interviews. You get your decision early. You get to be a scholar early. So that's really the benefit. And of course, you will be competing within that pool, right? But at the same time, every deserving candidate will receive a chance. So if you're actually, if you actually deserve to be a scholar, irrespective of whichever round you apply in, you will get in, right? There is a wait list. So in case you've not made to the final offers yet, we will send you a wait list and we will tell you what are the terms and conditions of that, and you should work with that. At any point in time, you can write to us at nsp.admissions@nutmng.org. The admissions team promptly answers your queries there. So that's that. Okay, moving on. Devo, would you like to take this one? I think I'll take a breather and probably have a sip of water.
Okay, thank you, Akanksha. So what are we looking for? Obviously, if you are on this call, I'm most likely looking for someone like you. I think on the website we have identified like the age category we are looking for. So we're looking for, to start with the age, people not older than 32 years old. We're looking for people that have the passion for Nigeria, for Africa. You think, Nigeria is not, the way it should be. You think Africa can get better, then we're looking for you. We're looking for people that have experience, in leadership positions. I know leadership, you don't have to think of yourself as having been like the CEO of Google, no. But in your own way, your own little corner, how have you demonstrated leadership positions? So we're looking for people like that. Because this is a very academic exercise, we're also looking for people that have capacity to think, to write, to communicate. So are you able to express your thoughts clearly? Are you able to write down what you think and communicate academically, critically? Would like you to apply. We're also looking for people that have, graduated from an undergraduate degree. So, and that's at the minimum level. For some people that have masters, you are also free to apply. So if you have a BSc degree and you have your transcript from your school, please apply. And of course, it's an additional bonus for you if you have, great academic records. If over time you have proven yourself to be one that, focuses on their study and is able to get good grades, then, we're looking for you. But overall, we're looking for go-getters, dreamers, people that are ready to do the work, people that are ready to lead, that want Nigeria, Africa to be in a better place. Then, if that's who you are, then, this is the right place for you. And
thank you.
Okay, go on, please.
Please go on.
Yeah, so just to give an idea of like we mentioned earlier, we already have the first cohort, like the first set of NSP scholars here. And this gives you an idea of who they are. There are 59 of them currently on campus, and they're comprised of 58% male and 42% female. Like you can see the years of experience here. So we have a few people that are just fresh off school. We have maybe more people in the 1 to 5 years work experience, and we have another like small percent of people with more than 5 years of experience. And this experience, when we refer to years of experience, we're talking about years of experience after your university degree. So we don't expect that you would include your holiday jobs in it, just your years of experience post-graduation. This is like the number that we have currently on campus. And we have a very diverse audience. So because we are the School of Technology and Management, we are not like restricting our admissions to just engineers or technologists. We have lawyers, we have doctors, we have people that studied accounting, we have people from sciences and from engineering. So do not let your academic background or your interest area to hinder you. We are the School of Technology and Management, but we know that now technology is a driver for change in different areas. So you can use technology to solve problems in education. You can use technology to solve problems in medicine. So do not, restrict yourself. Any these people are here this year. We're happy to take people from diverse academic backgrounds.
Thank you, Debo. Hemant, we can quickly move on, and probably so that we have more time for the answers. Okay, a lot of you have asked us questions about where is the campus. So here is the campus, right? The campus is at Landmark Village, VI in Lagos, right? We are part of the Landmark Village. I'm sure most of you would have gone there. If you've seen this building, right where you see the arrow, that's where we are. That's where Debo is right now. That's where the 59 scholars are. Of course, at some point in time, we will open requests for visit our campus, right? So you can sign up for it. Keep a look. If you are already registered, which I hope most of you have on the website, you will receive that information, from us whenever we are ready to host you. Of course, because of COVID, and because of everything else that's happening around the world, let's be very, very careful and cautious, right? And we want to make sure that you are safe and we are safe and scholars are safe. So, but at the same time, we do want to give you the rough flavor, right? And these are just glimpses from the campus. What you see on the top is the auditorium. These are some of our scholars and team members in action. And I love this beautiful space. Where you have this blue chair, such a creative space, right? So yeah, that's very much part of the campus. What you see on the bottom part of the slide is a scholar residence. This is what your room looks like. It's really one of the beautiful rooms. I'm inching to go as soon as I can, but you have a very good view. Of course, maybe not all the rooms have views. So again, no promises there, right? But this is how every room looks like of every scholar. You have your own personal room. You share bathrooms, on twin sharing basis. So that's how the arrangement is. These are again the glimpses from the room from a different angle. So that's about the campus, right? So yes, thank you very much. I know we have a lot of questions in the window. We also received a lot of questions from the form when you registered. So maybe we can start taking, I hope this has answered a lot of your questions already, where you're speaking, where you have asked about who are we looking for, what's the application process. We've answered all of that. There are some questions which we always get asked, and they're very, very important. So I think maybe I'll start from that, right? There is somebody who has asked that, do we offer an MSc? No, we do not offer an MSc on graduation. This is a postgraduate program, but what you receive is a certificate as of now. That's what the founding class will receive. We are working towards the NUC accreditation, but again, no promises there. But at the same time, what we are trying to create here is a high quality postgraduate level program that's very well recognized by the industry, right? There is a possibility that by the time you guys come in, we might work around giving you a master's degree or an MSc, but no promises there, right? So that's an important question I wanted to answer. Then what are the entry requirements to gain admission? We've already said there are the two basic eligibility criteria. You should not be more than 32 years of age, when you're applying. And the second, that you should have a bachelor's degree already when you enter into the program. You can apply if you're in the last year of graduation, but you should make sure that we do have your transcripts, your final degree, before you enter into the program. So in that case, you only receive a provisional admission, which is validated only when you submit all the required documents. Okay, so that's that. Kindly include the courses offered by the school on the website. So we offer one program. Let's make it very, very clear. We offer something called as NUTM Scholars Program. It's like a fellowship, right? It's an interdisciplinary postgraduate program which awards you a certificate. However, the rigor is of any master's degree that you will go in the UK or any other part of the world, right? We are talking about 20 to 25 courses. Very, very rigorous, very, very intense. And if you don't believe us, you can talk to the current scholars, and they will tell you that we are not kidding when we are talking about intensity, right? And we are very, very clear about this from day one. So don't think you can do this part-time, half-time, here or there with your job. Please, no. This is something, if you're really serious about investing in yourself, that's why you should do it. Right? Is the program fully funded? Yes, the program is fully funded. It covers what does it mean when we are saying fully funded? It covers your tuition, it covers your accommodation, it covers your meals, right? And it covers your course material. It covers any program related travel that we will organize, right? Apart from that, if there are any other your personal expenses, there is no stipend. Please, let's make it very, very clear. There is no stipend. So you should think about, in case, you're working, you have to let go of your salary. But that's what all of us do, right? We've gone to programs around the world, but yeah, you invest in yourself and you let go of your stipend and salary for that duration. And this program is no different. Okay. Okay. I've already answered what kind of a certificate you receive at the end of the program. I saw a very specific case about slot for passport ID. That's fine. I think if you've already applied, this is because we do want you to start thinking about the process, because we do want all of you to travel at some point in time. If there is a particular problem with it, you should write to us on the admissions ID, and we will answer to this, right? Okay, I see that somebody's saying that they're in the final year. You'll be done in November this year. Can I still apply? I would say then that might be a problem, because if you graduate in November, the program already starts in October. So I'm not sure how does that work. But I would say maybe this year is not the right time for you. You should apply next year, right? Because we do want you to have a graduate degree. and submit your documents right before you start. So yes, maybe you should hold your application for this year. Okay. Okay, funding, I've already answered that. The program focuses on entrepreneurship and building solutions. Yes. No, the applications are not restricted to just entrepreneurs. What we are saying is that the curriculum hinges on technology, entrepreneurship, and design. You can come from any background, any education work, education background, any kind of work experience. So this is, no preferences there. So you can be anybody, all right? Again, and no preferences at all. It's just that some of the things that they were listed, your passion, whether you're a problem solver, what do you want to do as your next step, and whether you have the potential to be a leader is what we are looking for. Okay. If there are specific questions with respect to your degree, where are you graduating, whether this works, doesn't work, or if you're finding any problem with the application, are you stuck somewhere, you should write to the admissions ID and we will take it there. Can a HND apply? Unfortunately not. If you're only a HND, if you have done a bachelor's degree after a HND, you can apply. But if it's just HND, you're not. Our requirement is that you should have a bachelor's degree, right? Okay, I'll probably take few questions from the list that you had already shared with us. Okay, just give me a moment. Deva, I've shared that with you as well in case you want to address something. Okay, let me start with the fee section. We have spoken about, what does it cover? Is there an age range? Of course, we have spoken about the age range. So yes, it is for anybody who is up to 32 years of age. Okay, does the scholarship request proof of English language proficiency? It's not mandatory. However, if you have taken it, please attach it. It's a good to know. There is a provision to attach this, in the application progress, in the application form, right? Will the program be run virtually? No, the program will not be run virtually. The program is very much run on campus. Of course, because of COVID, some of the courses, the mode of delivery is hybrid. So some of the international faculty will be taking classes online, but that doesn't mean that doesn't take away anything from you, right? We have a very well equipped audiovisual equipment that takes care of everything. If you have to work in groups, you have to be very much on campus. If at any point in time you feel that this is something that you want to do with something else, please don't do this. At no point this is virtual. This is full time, full commitment, full attention. Okay. Okay. Okay, looks like the curriculum, I've already spoken about it. Can a candidate work and study? No, we do not recommend that. In case you want to do something in your free time, it's really up to you, but we do not recommend that. We recommend 100% attention on the program, right? You want to learn about the opportunities available at NSP. I'm not sure what does this question mean. If is it, of course, we are recruiting for the scholars on the academic side. But if you're asking for being part of the team, you can check the website. If in case there is an opening there, you can apply for that, right? Okay. How do I use your awarded certificate since it's not a degree? So there are a lot of programs around the world that we do, which we do for the quality of the program, and I'm sure in times to come will be very well recognized by the industry. So if you are a NUTM scholar, we will help you find the right opportunities. So, unfortunately at this stage, it is not a master's degree. We are working towards it. But at the same time, we have the support of the industry, and we are working towards like a NUC license to make sure that this happens, right? So that's there. Will there be a job or a sponsorship opportunity after the scholarship program? There is no sponsorship opportunity. Of course, there is a career readiness program. As part of that, there'll be a certain curriculum that you have to do. We will connect you with our ecosystem, with job opportunities. But again, it's not a promise. The work has to be done from your end. The work has to be done from our end. We do want to take care of all our scholars. We will be there to support you. There is a career services office. So either of three things, whether it's like a job opportunity or a higher education opportunity, or you want to start something of your own, you want to delve into entrepreneurship right after the program, you can do that, and we'll connect you with the right mentors, etc. And I already said this is not a seeding opportunity, right? So we will not give you any direct funds. Yes, at this point in time at least. So that, yeah. Okay. Can graduates of any discipline apply to the program? Yes, you can. We've answered that. As current final year students of the University of Lagos with a view to complete before August 2021, can I apply? Yes, you can apply. Is international passport mandatory for in the registration? It's not, but in case you have it, please do mention the details. Is it only limited to university graduates? Yes, university graduates and final year students, right? Who will receive their degree before they start the program in October 2021. Okay, there are some transcript issues. I think on the transcript, if you have graduated before this year, we really want you to submit your documents. Okay. In case there is a case-to-case problem, you can always write to us on the admissions ID. We can consider it on a case-to-case basis. But at all costs, we do want all transcripts to come in before you enter the campus, as a scholar. So that's a requirement. And of course, being a scholar also means being resourceful. So you should try to make use of that and arrange that for us. There is a question from Edidiran that are unofficial transcripts valid? So to complete your registration, to complete your application, you can submit unofficial transcripts, but please keep in mind at some point in time, we will ask you to submit your official transcripts. Yeah, hope that's clear. Okay. Okay. I was a finalist at the last year's selection process. I see the process is still the same. Okay, I've lost that question. Okay, yeah, can I still turn in the same application from last year? So this is really up to you. You are the best judge. I would hope that there would be some advancement that you should have done. Maybe you should introspect about your application. Can you do something differently so that this year you're not a finalist, but you are a scholar, right? So it's really up to you. There is no penalty for people who applied last year. We are going to look at it from a fresh pair of eyes, but at the same time, we do have your records for last year. So in case you're just copy pasting something from last year, which didn't work last year, there is a probability that it will not work this year as well. Yeah. Okay, for the Global Immersion Week, can participants pick organizations for this phase of the program? We will actually, the Global Immersion Week is with the partner school, and by partner schools, I mean Side Business School at University of Oxford, could be Penn, could be Berkeley, could be WPI, right? So of course there is a pattern which is either for the entire cohort, or the cohort will be divided into 2 or 3 groups. So that's decided by us and not by you. So unfortunately, you cannot pick the organization. And in case it's not an organization, it's a school, right? The organization is valid for, it's not valid actually at anywhere. The only other place that has the flexibility is Shadow a Leader, where we will take your interest, see what do you want to do, make you work with our career coaches, and then decide that who's the best leader for you to work with, right? And that's what you'll do in the Shadow Leader module. Can I use a recommendation letter not up to a year old? Samson, I feel that you are the best judge of this this question. So if you feel that the recommendation letter does justice to who you are and will strengthen your application, you should use that. In case you feel it's not, maybe you should not. But please, all the recommendation letters should be written for this program. Please do not submit a recommendation letter which was written for XYZ job in 2000, I don't know, some many years ago, for a different program. Your recommendee has to keep this program in mind, and that's when they have to write a recommendation letter, that why do they think that you are deserved to be on this program, right? So what are your qualities, who you are as a person, if they have personal experiences with you. Please do not submit any recommendation letters from family members and friends. A strict no, that will disqualify you. We are really tightening the processes of, so we might have give some leverage, and we might have been a little flexible last year, but I really hope you by now you should know what a recommendation letter is. If not, please Google, please reach out to current scholars. So you should know what a recommendation letter is, right? So make sure that it's written with utmost transparency. Do not write it yourself. We might reach out to the recommendee and ask if they have written this letter. So please, a recommendation letter is written by an academic mentor or a professional mentor or a supervisor telling us about you. So that's what you should keep in mind when you're trying to arrange this. Okay, I would also urge all of you to please just read on the website what are the requirements. You should also register and go through the application process yourself, right? Some of the questions that you're asking are addressed on some of those things. So please, and I've covered most of it here. We will do many more sessions. In case you have a specific query, you're most welcome to write to us. So happy to answer any queries during the admission cycle. So happy to do that, but please keep your eyes and ears open. Follow us on social media. We share a lot of information. We share a lot of snippets from the classroom about our scholars, about our faculty, about the visits happening on campus. So you should keep a quick check on the social media handles, right? We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, Instagram, so and LinkedIn. So please follow us at all these places. You'll know firsthand live information from us all the time, right? And of course, if you feel that there are people who need to know about this, refer them to the website, tell them about us, ask them to apply. We're really looking to, and this is not only for Nigeria. I don't know if we have people in the audience from other African countries, but this is purely this is truly African. So you should really share it with folks outside Nigeria as well, right? So yes. Okay, are last year's applicants required to make fresh applications? Yes, please. Whatever was done last year was done. You're required to make a fresh application. Of course, it's up to you if you want to recycle some parts of it, but I would say that, and I would recommend that you should think and introspect from a fresh perspective, and then that's how you should prepare your application. Put some effort. It's good to introspect sometimes. Okay, how long the session will run? Thank you, Dorcas. Very interesting question. I think the session we will close the session in another 5 to 7 minutes. So in case you've taken all the information that you wanted, you're most welcome to leave the session. I think we'll also put a recording of the session on the YouTube. So if you follow us on YouTube, and if you want to revisit any section of the session, you can do that, right? And of course, if you have any more questions, you can write to us on the nsp.admissions at the rate of nutmng.org, right? You can also visit our website. Devo has just shared the admissions ID. So yes. Okay. Oh, you meant the school session. So sorry about it. I think I said 1 year full-time. So the school session will run for 1 year. From September is when the preterm starts, and till August 2022, right? September 2021 to August 2022. That's the session. Okay, I see. Devo, do you see anything that we might have missed and we want to pick?
Okay. I think we covered pretty much everything.
Okay, when is the deadline for application? Please visit the website. You will see there round 1 deadline, 15th of March. There are 2 more deadlines. You will see them on the website.
Kangsha, I think we missed a question about someone that says she's 34 years old.
I think that's a tricky one. We don't want to exclude anybody, but apply. I mean, we will consider. We don't encourage people to apply if you're not part of the eligibility criteria, but we can consider, right?
Yeah.
So if you feel that this is the right program for you, if you can really convince us about that in your application, you should apply.
Yeah, I think a strong application might convince us.
Yeah. Okay, do other countries have their program in Nigeria campus, or is campus country based? I'm a little confused about the question, but I think the campus is based in Nigeria. We are only NUTM Scholars Program in Africa. There is no other NUTM.
I think maybe the question is, if you were from Kenya or South Africa, would you be taking the class here? Yes. In the current cohort, we have people from other countries, from Ghana, from Cameroon, from the US, but they have to come to Nigeria. So you have to make your travel plans to come to Nigeria. The scholarship doesn't cover your travel funds, so you have to fund yourself to Nigeria. It's fully residential here in Nigeria. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Debo. Okay, can I run an online job with this program? We do not recommend that. It's up to you. We do not want your grades to fail. So if your grades dip below a minimum, a requirement, you might be in trouble. So we do not want that. And trust us when we are saying that this is intense and you will need all your time and you will want to catch up on some sleep whenever you can. So really up to you. You are the best judge of your situation, but we do not recommend this. Yeah. Okay. If I have a technology enabled startup, can I run my startup while going through the program? Again, same answer. You are the best judge of doing this. We want absolutely 100%, 200% commitment. Actually, let's not. So let me set the tone right from day one, right? And despite saying that last year, a lot of folks thought that they can manage this. And now Devo and I always, all the time, we just hear, we don't have time to sleep. And when do we catch up? And this is too much. This is intense, guys. So, if you're talking about any global program, which is 1 year, you really need to choose whether it's your sleep, study, and socialize. So, you prioritize, keep prioritizing, keep deprioritizing. So that's really up to you.
Yeah, so just to add to that, the anonymous person that asked this question, you would get a chance in other AMA sessions to speak with, current scholars. But yeah, like Akansha said, it's very intense. It's better to start thinking about how you would, delegate some of your responsibilities. But because of the intensity of the program and because you want to strive for excellence, it's going to be very difficult for you to, balance those two. Very difficult.
Okay. Can I leave the university building when I wish to? Okay, this is a very interesting question. You are an adult. We are not your, supervisors. We want to treat you like adults, but at the same time, the place and the program has a certain decorum. So we do want, there is attendance requirement in every class, so we do want you to attend that, maintain that. In your free time, of course, nobody's stopping you from going anywhere, but you're the best judge of your time. So in case you need to step out, feel free to do that. But of course, under the overall terms and conditions of the program and campus, right? So yeah, you will know more about that, when you're part of the program.
Yeah, and just to add, things might have changed around COVID when, this new cohort comes in, but we also have like COVID protocols to follow. So there's a lot of, like, currently there's a reduction in, going out and all of that, just to keep ourselves in a safe bubble. So if, the situation in the world, in the country is still as it is, then the same guidelines will apply, and it will be minimal outing and just staying safe, safety first.
Okay. Maybe we'll take 2 more questions and wrap up. What if I miss the first deadline? Will I still be eligible to apply within the next deadline? Yes, if you miss the first deadline, feel free to apply by the next deadline. Sooner the better, gives us a better chance to know you, to start your process early, right? And probably you'll get to know us early as well. Okay. Still on the startup issue, will I be penalized if I talk about my startup in my application? Would it be looked at as an application that can't survive the program? No, not at all. There is no penalty whether you are an entrepreneur or not. So, of course, it's good. We want to know about your leadership experiences, your entrepreneurship experiences. So, we are looking for doers. We are looking for potential entrepreneurs. So, no penalty. In fact, maybe extra points, right? But again, every application is different, and it's not being penalized because of these things. You are who you are, and we want to know all of you, right? In that respect, to evaluate and see whether you fit into the program. And I'm sure all of you are doing great things. You have all great potential. It's just that the fit of the program, we have limited spaces. We would like to give a chance to everybody who applies. But in the current realm of things, we can only take in a limited number. So till we expand, I think this is a number we'll work with. And we would like to have the best scholars to come in. Yeah. Okay. Okay, somebody is saying that they applied last year. It didn't. Sorry, unfortunately, we cannot give you individual reasons for rejection. But we encourage you to apply again, especially if you made it till the interview. There were a lot of cases, who were good people, and we would have really wanted them to offer. Actually, let me take a step back. Everybody is a good person, so it's just that we have limited spaces. It's about the fit. Maybe in the list you didn't make it to the top 60 that we chose, right? So it's really not about you. It's about a lot of factors, right? It's about place on the program. It's about your fit. It's about how ready you are, whether you still have time, and a lot of other things. So unfortunately, we'll not be able to give individual reasons, but we encourage you to apply again, in case you're still interested in the program. Okay, what is the cost implications? I already told you on the cost implications. We take care of tuition, we take care of your accommodation and meals. Of course, all your personal costs, your toiletries, your bedding, if you want to go out, if you want to party, that's really up to you. So all that cost is yours. If you have to travel to campus from somewhere, that's your cost. If you want to go home during a break, that's really your cost. And once you graduate and become move from our scholars to our alumni scholars, and return home, that's your cost. But and you should calculate that. You are better judges of where you are, how much it takes to survive in Lagos, right? So yeah, but all program related costs, we take care of it. Okay. Okay. My school does not give student copy transcript. They send it directly to the institutions. What email address should the transcript be emailed to? It should be emailed to the nsp.admissions@nutmng.org, right? Please mention ask your school to write your name and send it directly to us in case they don't give a student copy, and we would be very happy to receive that. Yeah. And you can confirm it to us, confirm it from us once your school has sent it, that whether we have received it or not. Okay, I think we've come to the end of our time. Debo, any last comments, any thoughts from you?
I'll just say that since you are thinking about it, since you're on this AMA session, go through the website and put your best foot forward. I think there's a tendency to half-heartedly apply or to wait for the last minute, but I think it's better for you to commit some time to it, focus on the application. It's usually very marginal, people that get picked and people that don't. So put your best foot in, get people to give you opinions, like come for more of this kind of sessions, and wish you all the best in your application.
Thank you, Devo. Thank you very much. And yes, you have been a wonderful audience. Lovely speaking with all of you. Hopefully, I will see many applications from this pool. So we get to talk more and interact more during different stages of the application process. Don't forget to follow us on social media channels. You can go to the website and just go to our handles there. Then keep a check on the website. All the information is there. Start your applications. In case you have a question, in case there is a specific case where you're getting stuck, you can write to us on nsp.admissions@nutmng.org. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. I will probably take this last question from Esther. Can graduates who have not done their NYSC apply? Yes, you can apply. However, at no point we are saying that this is an exempt from NYSC. So you should still go and do your NYSC at some point in time in your life, whenever you have to, and whenever the laws require you to, right? But you can apply if you haven't done your NYSC yet. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. I hope we have answered most of your questions. In case there is something that is still unanswered and troubling you and stopping you from applying, please write to the admissions ID and we will respond to you. Yeah. However, I would urge that before doing so, if you can go through the website, read everything that's there about the process. There is a list of FAQs. You should go through that, so that gives you a better sense, and maybe some of your questions will be answered with that, and you don't need to write to us. Yeah. However, happy to speak to all of you, at any given point in time and throughout the journey. So yes, I think for now, Debo and I will sign off. Hopefully we will see some of you in the process. And yeah, if you know people who were not able to join today's session, please, we'll be organizing many more of these. Do keep a check on the information channels, including the social media, the website, and your emails. So you will hear about us there. Yeah. Thank you, and all the best for your applications. Bye. Good evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.